fourth graders, it's Miss Slackney. So I wanted to show you again because I know some people didn't have all their things that they needed on Tuesday or Thursday to add the clay to the bottom of your box. So remember, we're making landforms, so they really need to go, it really needs to be somewhere in the bottom. So this is the ground in this box I have right here. And this is some hills and mountains, but I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more clay so you can see how I mixed it. So I have my bag of clay. I know my bag's a little different. I used a bag from my house instead of the same ones I had at school. And I have some water. You should, somewhere in that box, I know we put some little paper cups. You could even do 1 paper cup full of that water. So I'm just gonna pour it in. You don't wanna pour it a whole glass of water at a time. That's gonna really be too much. So I added some water. Then I'm gonna close up my bag and kind of squish it around to get that clay all mixed up. So I'm squishing, squishing. It feels like it's getting softer, but there are still some hard pieces. So I still feel some hard pieces, so that's telling me I'm gonna need a little bit more water if I really wanna be able to shape it. But we're being very careful because we have to add a little bit at a time because we definitely don't wanna ruin it. A little bit more. Just pour a little tiny bit more in. Closing my bag back up so it doesn't get all dust all around me. It might get a little dusty. Squish, squish, squish. Mixing, mixing, mixing. All right. So now I have some clay that looks like this. So if you smell it, you can smell it's definitely paper. It looks like paper. It feels kind of slimy and weird, but it turns into clay. And when it dries, it gets hard and it turns completely white because it is really just made out of white paper. So I got my box right here and I'm going to add some more landforms. So I think I want to make this a little bit like Serpent Mound because I think Serpent Mound is really cool. I'm just going to make some more landforms. Maybe I'll make it so like this part in here is like some water. So I'm making the rocks around a pond. Put some fish in too. The nice thing about this paper clay is that it really can't ruin anything because all it is paper and water, even if it feels really weird and gunky. All right, got all my paper clay in. It's on the bottom, and now I have like a little tide pool or something right here at the bottom of the box. So I have my bottom. Here's the sky. Here's air, the back of the box, my background, and that is how we add our clay to the bottom.